that it's the sorting of genetic variability. When we get all these variations, nothing is really being added that's meaningful. We have an example with all of your domesticated dogs. Basically, from two wolves, you can get all these domestic dogs, from Chihuahuas to Great Danes to Huskies, but it's actually the sorting out of pre-existing variability. And as a matter of fact, it's a loss in many cases of that pre-existing variability, where with two wolves, the information could be said to be built in, where eventually you'd get Chihuahuas. But with two Chihuahuas, so much of that variability or information has been lost that you're never going to get back to a wolf. And so, yeah, as creationists, we can look back to the ARC event, Dr. Hines, and then also the creation event, and we can see the expansion of genetic information or variability. Evolutionists, it's an opposite view. They look back billions of years ago, as you laid out in your outline. They look back essentially to the contraction of genetic information, to a single-celled like ancestor that they have to say evolved into a multi-celled ancestor of fish, amphibian, reptile, mammal, monkey, man. And so that's going to require a lot of novelty. But what we see from the creation model, it's just the sorting out, as you've said, of pre-existing genetic information.
Right.
That's not hyper-evolution. So I think it's a straw man. I think it's inappropriate accusation to call us creationists hyper-evolutionists.
Well, the difference again, just to summarize, is that the kinds created at the time of creation had all the information for each of the kinds that it could develop into the different species later on. But with evolution, you don't have all the information in the beginning living organisms. How do you add new information if you believe this, that all living beings came from one living cell? How do you get the variety? You need more information, genetic information, and you have no source for getting that. You can only select from what's already there.
That's right. You nailed it there. Front-loaded genetic variability explains what we see.